What's up, goodies? It's your girl, Juliana, aka Life with Juliana, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Your girl is back with yet another one. If it is your first time here to my channel and you have not yet subscribed, feel free to subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you will always know when we upload brand new content. And for all I'm returning goodie, Ono don't know say, Ono don't know say, Ono don't know son the girl loving her to the max. Straight. Y'all, we are in the kitchen today, okay? We are in the kitchen, and as promised, your girl is going to make you a mean Jamaican authentic. Yeah, we're going to make a nice authentic recipe today. This one is how to make Jamaican stew peas and rice in the kitchen. Fast, easy, and simple. And always on an extreme friendly budget, okay? So, if you want to see how me cook, I mean, budget friendly stew peas and rice in the kitchen every time, well, come on, let's cook. Alright, goodies, so we have some meat right here. Meat is very important. Now, for this stew peas and rice recipe, you can use any kind of meat. You can use oxtail, you can use beef, salt beef, fresh beef, pork if you like pork. But for this recipe, I'm going to be using smoked turkey drumsticks. Okay? You're going to be using 2 smoked turkey drumsticks. Now, when you use a turkey smoked, any part of the turkey, whether you want to use the wings or the drumsticks like I'm using, but don't use the breast. If the breast you have, you can use it, but the breast tends to be more intense and dense. But when you use the drumsticks to make it, or the wings, it turns out really good smoked, okay? Alright, so if you don't want to use this, you don't like turkey, you don't want to use this for the recipe, then you could use oxtail or corned beef or anything that is beefy, meaty. Alright? Neck bones, whatever kind of a meat you like. But the trick to your stew peas is pigtail. Alright, so this is what it looks like. This is pigtail. This is salty. So I want the stew peas to have a nice little salty flavor, but I don't want it to be too salty, right? This one is definitely smoked. So it's not as salty as or more authentic pigtail, corn pigtail. It is not as salty as that one. But where I'm living, this is the only one that I could find in the supermarket, and I did purchase this one. I did purchase this one in Food Depot. I got like 4 pieces in the pack for like $4 and some change, right? But this is what I'm going to be using. It's only for me and hubby, so I'm assuming that when he eats dinner today, he'll have dinner again for tomorrow, right? So let's go ahead and get this prepared. I'm also going to be using my Faberware to make it cook really fast, extremely fast. So let's get these ingredients together. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is cut your meat of choice in the desired pieces that you like. Alright, but remember you're going to pressure it too, so you don't want to make it too small, because just in case the meat get too soft, it's going to dissolve in the pot. You want to be able to see the meat in your food when the recipe is already done. So just cut it in the desired pieces, but don't cut it too small. Just be sure that you give it a nice wash under cold running water, and you want to also add some vinegar to the meat when you wash it, okay? Any kind of vinegar that you have at hand will work. It doesn't matter what it is, just add vinegar. Now, goodie, after your meat is nicely washed with some good vinegar, you're going to go in and combine the peas to it. All right, now the peas of choice here, of course, is red peas. Now I'm using this brand here. You don't have to use this brand, but use whatever kind of red peas that you have. This is red kidney bean though by the Liberia brand. I've used it before and it works pretty good. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and add all of it in there because I love a lot of peas in my stew peas. Even though I'm cooking for a family of 2 right now and I'm making a recipe as this one, I still want to be able to see a lot of peas in my stew peas, right? So I did add the entire pack. Go ahead and take out any imperfections as far as the peas is concerned, because sometimes when you open your pack of peas, it may have stone and dirt and them something in it, right? So you just want to go ahead and give it a good rinse and check and see if you have any stone or anything or any kind of peas that needs to be removed. You go ahead and remove it, and then after it looks pretty much like this, you move on to the next step into start cooking and processing this meat. Alright y'all, so I'm going to put a couple of things in there to get it started, but I'm definitely going to be using my flavorware. This is the flavorware. Now if you guys don't have one of this, go ahead and get you one. This right here so changed my life ever. I think ever since I got this flavorware, I've been getting very lazy in the kitchen. Get one of these, you guys. My husband bought me this maybe I'd say 2 Christmas ago, and this is the love of my life, okay? Alright, so in the flavorware, let me make sure that you guys are seeing everything right. Okay, good. All you want to do is go ahead and pour in the meat and the peas into the pot, okay? Then you want to go in and add some water to this. Okay, I'm going to add some water and some other seasoning. So I'm going to start off, well, I'd say maybe 3 to 4 cups of water, but just make sure that you cover the peas, okay? Whatever you do, you make sure that the peas is covered, okay? All right, so we want to add some pimento seeds here. I only have this much, but I have enough, but I have just enough just for the recipe. This is finished. Let me put you guys a little bit closer. Alright, so I want to season this up and start to give it some flavor. So I have my all-purpose seasoning. You can use whatever kind of all-purpose seasoning you have, any kind of a seasoning. But try not to use seasons with too much salt in it. And as you can see, I'm not measuring anything, you guys. When I cook, I'm not measure. But just eyeball everything. I eyeball this. Alright, so I'm going to add some garlic. This almost finished, so this is chopped garlic or minced garlic. So I just add all of this into that finish. I'm gonna add some green seasoning also. I don't have any green seasoning that I made, so I'm gonna have some already come in the bottle. This one is from Food Depot. So this one finished too. So let us go ahead and add all of the green seasoning here. Don't want to waste anything, so of course we're going to add some water to it and pour it out in there, honey. Okay. I'm not adding any salt to it because my pigtail is already salty. It's already salty, you guys, okay? All right, so next thing I'm going to do is add some coconut. Now the coconut that I'm using is this one. I'm going to add a half of this to it. Now, if you don't have this, you could use a canned one or you could use a fresh coconut. Let me show you what the canned one looks like for those of you guys that don't know. All right, let's see. Do I have any canned one though? I doubt it, y'all. I don't think I have any canned one. Yeah, I do. All right, so... Alright, this is a canned one, right? It says coconut milk. This is a Grace brand. This is light. Alright, so you could use something that you don't have to buy the one that says light. You could buy whatever. But today I'm using this. When I use this, I'm only going to use half of this. Half of it, because it's really, really strong, right? So yeah. And then that's all I'm going to be doing. I'm not adding anything else yet. Until after See, I'm only using a half here, just a half. Okay, so just squeeze that out in there. Okay, I'm going to use this for later. I'm not going to add any pepper or anything to it. Let me bring you guys closer so you could see what it looks like in the pot. Alright, so that's what that looks like. I'm not going to mix anything up or nothing because the flavor area is magic, okay? You ain't got to do nothing to it after you do all of that. So, all I'm going to do here is cover this bad boy up. Just cover up my flavorware. It takes about 30 minutes to cook. Alright, let's put this right here, closer to the outlet. One thing about me, you guys, when I'm cooking in the kitchen, I always cook I clean as I cook. One thing my mother always teach me when I was growing up, whenever you are in the kitchen and you're cooking, you clean as you go, okay? Alright, so now that my flavorware is plugged in, and you guys are going to get you one of this. Or if you don't have this, you go ahead and you use a pressure cooker. Or if you want to do the stovetop, cook the peas first because the peas takes longer to cook. But in the flavorware, everything cooks equally, okay? So, I'm going to hit start. Take it up to PO4, PO5, and let's hit start again. And then this is going to tell me when it's all done, okay? So in 30 minutes, I'm going to come back here. And this is going to be ready. I'm going to take it to the stove top. So moving along, our meat is going in the flavorware. Nice. It's doing what it needs to be doing. But while this is cooking, I wanted to move on and do the rice. Now, I'm not making any ordinary white rice. I make one delicious flavorful white rice, okay? Coconut rice. You're going to love it. Now, the rice of choice is parboiled rice. I love this rice, okay? I love parboiled rice. This rice, it makes your rice and peas taste amazing, and it gives this nice little fluff that I love, right? So I always like to use parboiled rice unless I'm lazy and I'm doing a quick recipe. I'll go for that 5-minute rice, okay? But otherwise, if I'm doing my rice from scratch, I mostly go for the parboiled rice. All right, so to that you're going to need some salt, of course, because you want it to have some kind of a flavor. And I'm going to add some butter to it. I'm going to add about 4 tablespoons of butter. You need some thyme for sure, because thyme is on the body. And you need scallion or green onion. Some people call it green onion, but in Jamaica, a scallion we call this. And then we're going to add the coconut cream. Remember, we use half of this for the stew peas. We're going to use this for the white rice, okay? Because we're making coconut rice, okay? All right, so let me go ahead and measure. You gentlemen are measure for me, but since me I cook for uno, never measure the rice, okay? All right, so this one is 2 cups here. I'm not going to cook 2 cups because I want my husband to have rice for another day, especially because he takes lunch to work. I'm going to use about, I say 3 cups of rice, right? So we're going to pull it all the way to the top. All right, so this is 2 cups. And then we're going to add another cup to it. 1 more cup. So I'm going to do 3 cups of rice. And again, y'all, trust me, if I wasn't cooking for you guys today, I would have just poured that rice in that thing, okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and give this a quick rinse. Okay, really quick rinse. And another thing that I love about parboiled rice, you guys, it is not starchy. Parboiled rice has a lot of important vitamins and minerals that your body needs. Right now, as you see me doing this, I'm getting rid of all that good vitamin and mineral. I'm sure they've not rinsed the rice, okay? Now, if you were cooking white rice now, you would have to definitely wash it because there's so much starch that's packed onto the white rice that you have to wash it maybe about 3-4 times before you put another pot. But parboiled rice, you don't have to do all of that, okay? It's one of the best rice that you could ever cook in your kitchen. All right, so over here we have some water going. Let me take you guys closer on this side so you guys don't miss nothing. Okay. All right, so let's bring you guys down. All right, so over here I have, I'll say maybe about 3 cups of water going in here, okay? All right, so the first thing that we want to do, we're going to go in and add the rice to the water. Ooh, don't throw it in like me. All right, so let's wipe that off. Clean as you cook, especially if you create a riot like I just did. Okay, so you add the rice in to the pot, and now we're going to season up this baby. All right, so next I'm going to go in and put in the coconut. And again, you don't have to use this particular coconut. You could use the one in the can. You could grate your coconut from scratch, but I have the time for that. And also, I'm going to add the scallion. All right, is what we're going to do. You're going to add the scallion and you're going to add the thyme. Let me go ahead and do this right here. All right, so I want to take off any particles that don't fit. Okay, not supposed to be in here. Make sure that your scallion is nice and clean. All right, we're going to also add some thyme. I'm going to go ahead and rinse this off really quickly. Maybe about this much of thyme. All right, so rinse that off. And just dunk it in the pot. All right, then you're going to go in and add some salt. Don't do like me. Okay, salt to your own liking. And we're going to go in and add the 4 sticks of butter. Not 4 sticks of butter, 4 tablespoons of butter. Don't add 4 sticks of butter, you guys, because listen, you be having clogged arteries, okay? So just use 4 tablespoons of butter. All right, I did cut it up like you guys see here. Remember, we started off with 3 cups of water, okay? You want to make sure so you do that. Simply because if you don't, you could either overcook your rice, not overcook your rice. The rice will come out flan, full with water. Once you put that water in, you can't take it out. So you want to be sure that you balance this thing out so you could go ahead and add your water if you so need it, okay? Now, whatever you do, how you know you're going to have good tasting rice or good looking rice? You want to make sure that you have at least 1 inch of water above where the rice is sitting, okay? Turn this down for sure. Okay, you want to turn this down and you're going to allow it to steam. I want this thing to steam and not cook too fast because it's going to burn in the bottom of the pot. So I'm going to turn this on very low heat, okay? I think I need a little bit of water. That looks like a half. That's what I was telling you guys. Just be sure that you adjust your water. Don't put too much water in the pot and then pour out the rice in it because you're going to have a situation, okay? Massive situation. So I'm going to go ahead and add, I say about a half cup of water here. I could always add more water to it if the rice is not cooked. Once the water goes down and I come back and I check it, make sure that you check to see if your salt is just the way that you want it. I'm pretty sure I don't need any more salt because, honey baby, blood pressure for me. All right, so I'm gonna just leave it like that and cover it up and let it steam all the way down, okay? And what I usually do to have the perfect steamed rice, foil paper, okay? A lot of you guys say, oh, I don't use salt. Listen, okay? All right, so let me turn this down all the way down, baby, down. And then put the foil paper on top. Okay, and then press this in. This way, none of the steam will come out. You don't want none of the steam to come out. None at all. You want the steam to stay locked in this pot. and steam and not cook fast. Okay, so all right, so that is it. When I come back, we're gonna check this with, I'll say, the next 30 minutes. This should be done within the next 30 minutes also. We're gonna wrap this thing up and get this 2 piece of rice ready. All right, so see you in the next clip, y'all. So for your stew peas, you're going to need scallion or green onion, tomato, pepper, ginger, onion, bell pepper, and thyme, right? So you're going to need all of this. So we're going to go ahead and cut these up, give it a nice little rinse, and then get them prepared to put with the stew piece. So let's get that together. All right, so now that our seasonings is all cut up really nicely, I'm going to go ahead and get the spinach, the dumpling, ready. All right, so you're going to need flour, all-purpose flour to be exact, for this recipe, right? You don't want to use, you definitely don't want to use self-rising flour because the dumplings are going to float. So just be sure that you're using just plain, regular all-purpose flour, and I'm just going to add 1 cup to my container. All right, I'm definitely going to give that a little bit of flavor. So for me, I always like to add some kind of a seasoning to it just to make it taste right. All right, let's see. Something that you guys may already have. All right, so I'm going to add some Maggi all-purpose seasoning. This is you can find this anywhere. Just add a little bit of that to it, just to give it some flavor, right? That is totally optional for sure. You don't have to add that to it. And then I'm going to add some salt. If I could find my salt, where is it? All right, so we're going to add just a tad bit of salt. That's a little pinch, not a lot, because we don't want it to be too salty. And then I'm going to take my ring off, of course, because I'm making dumplings. All right, so I'm just going to get my water here. Just mix it all in. Then add your water in. Just add a little at a time, you guys. Okay, a little at a time. You don't want to do it, put too much on at the same time because you're going to really ruin the texture. So just add a little bit at a time until you get it the way that it needs to be. It's gonna pretty much looks like this, right? So this is 1 cup of flour. That's all you need to make the spinach, right? Because you can't have stew peas and rice without dumplings in it, spinach. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just go ahead and wrap it so that it doesn't get hard. Gonna stay soft, okay? All right. Get my plastic wrap. This one ain't open yet, so let me get another one if I could find it. Alrighty. All right, y'all, so let's go ahead and check on our rice to see what that's doing. All right, so, and again, you know, you want to make sure that your rice is nice and tight, nice and secure, for sure. And again, this rice was steamed. Perfect, look at that. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay. Look at that rice. Look at that coconut rice, y'all. Now that is some good rice right there, okay? Perfect. And like I said, steam and not like burnt. Look at the bottom of the pot. You see that? There's no burn at all. Absolutely none. Look at that. Okay? Steamed and not burnt. Nothing in the bottom of the pot that is burnt. Comes out nice and fluffy. You can smell that good coconut. You can smell the thyme, the scallion. OMG, this is amazing, y'all. Amazing. All right, I'm just going to leave it covered like this until I'm actually done with the remainder of the recipe. Make it go on steam and do it thing. But it's perfect. Came out really, really nice. And again, you guys, I used parboiled rice for this recipe. Okay, and that's how you have your rice not burnt. Okay, not burnt. Didn't have to add any more water to it. I'm just gonna leave it like this, and then when everything finished cook, then this rice is gonna be perfect. I don't have to do anything further. All I have to do is just cut it up and just cover it up and just leave it and make it go on steam. It's not gonna burn at all. Okay. This time though, I'm going to take the foil paper off, and that's I'm just going to cover it up like so and just leave it, and that's just like that. I make it finish do what it needs to do. All right, you guys. So our meat is all done here. Perfect. All right, I'm going to go ahead and transfer this to the stove top. I'm going to transfer that out a little closer, okay? All right, so the peas is cooked. All right, y'all, so that looks good. All right, so what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna go ahead and add all my veggies in here. This is what we gonna do. What we gonna do is add our veggies to the pot. I really want to add a little bit more water to it, you guys, because I feel like, you know, that's not enough water. We're gonna definitely need water to it, okay? Add some more water to finish cook it up and season it up for sure. All right, y'all. So you're good right there. So let me plug up my favorware. All right, so I'm gonna add the butter in. That's 4 tablespoons of butter. All right, so I'm gonna season this up also. Onion powder, garlic powder, we'll get that right now. Onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, and all that other good stuff. Okay? Whatever you want to put on there, you put it on there. Just as long as it's filled with nothing but flavor, you'll flavor it up. So you're gonna add some garlic powder. All right. Add the garlic powder. You're gonna add the onion powder. Okay. And y'all, like I said before, I don't be measuring nothing, okay? When I cook, I just use my eyeball and eyeball stuff. This is black pepper. Now, these seasons, you could find them in, where did I get this? In Roses. They are $3.99 for all of this, all right? These are all from Roses, okay? I'm gonna add some of the Maggi to it. I have another seasoning that I want to add to it though. I'm gonna get that. That is from Ochorea's seasoning, and I love to cook with the Ochorea seasoning. So let me go get that. I'm gonna add some salt, but I'm gonna make sure that I test this first. Flavor it, taste it first before I even put anything in there. All right, let's see. All right, so this is the Ochorea's, the combo seasoning that I absolutely love. I love to cook with this season. It tastes so good. All right, so just sprinkle some of that bad boy in there. All right, and then you want to put the spinners in for sure. Well, let me go ahead and mix that in first and see if it has the flavor that I'm looking for. Alrighty. That looks so good, y'all. So good. So good. Absolutely, positively good. Okay, look at that meat. That meat is meating, y'all. Okay. Alright, so let me go ahead and taste this up just to make sure that it has the flavor that I want. Okay. Alright, let me add some vinegar to it. I just feel like this is a teaspoon, the cover. So I'm going to add a teaspoon of vinegar in there. Because vinegar is not just, it's not just going to make your food taste good, but it's also good for you. And y'all, my husband is finally home, so you're probably going to hear some noise and all that stuff in the background, okay? Alright, so let me go ahead and add the spinners. I'm going to switch position. I don't even know if I need any salt because it tastes so good already. But let me go ahead and add the dumplings in to the pot. These are called, the way that I'm going to do it is called spinners. So we'll call it a Jamaica. Spinners dumplings. So let's kind of bring you over here. Alright, so you don't miss a moment. So that way you guys don't miss a beat, okay? Alright. Righty. That looks good. Alright, so I'm going to add the spinners in to the pot. Alright, let me do one so you guys could see it. Alright, so this is basically what we call spinners in Jamaica. You put it in your soup, in your stews, like this one, just drop it in there. And I love a lot of spinners in my stew peas, so 1 cup will make me pretty much a lot. And I don't want them too big either. Y'all, if you are still watching me cooking thus far, please do not hesitate to give the video a thumbs up. Alright, just give the recipe a thumbs up. And let me know what you guys would want to see me cooking here on the channel. I'm more than happy to bring some of my authenticness over here as well. Alright, but if you have not subscribed to my channel though, How to Cook, this recipe and many other more recipes is on there. So you guys may want to go over and show some love over there too, okay? That's if you would not subscribe. I know I have a lot of my cooking goodies over here on this platform, so this one is for y'all. Okay. Alright, y'all. So stew peas is doing what it needs to do. Let me bring you guys in even a little bit more closer. Look at that. Okay, so it's coming along really, really nice, you guys. Like absolutely nice. By the time it's simmer, everything is going to come together nicely. Not mess up my spinners. Alright, but that's it. Okay. Just going to cover it up now and allow it to finish cooking. I'm not going to pop the pepper because I don't know if it's spicy or not. Too spicy. But yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that meat. Look at that, look at that, yo. Look. Okay. Alright, so let me go ahead and cover this baby up and allow it to do what it needs to do. When it simmer down some more, I'm going to taste it up again and see if it needs any more salt. But otherwise, that looks good. Alright, so I'm going to cover this up. Rice is all done over here. That's perfect. Alright, so I'm going to shift this pot to the back and I'm going to do some plantains and then make some vegetables because you can't have dinner without veggies, right? So we're going to go ahead and do just that. Alright, y'all, so we are going to make some plantains. While this is cooking, the rice is done, but still on the stove top are still warm. We'll fry some plantains because as a Jamaican, plantain is like a must with certain recipe, right? So we're going to fry some plantains today. And of course, we're going to make some veggies also. So while that is getting hot, let me go ahead and slice up the plantain. Alright, so this is my plantain. A very sweet one. I like it when it's like almost soft enough. Right? That's how I like my plantains because it tends to be like more sweeter. So I like my plantains when they look pretty much kind of beat up. Even softer than this. Alright, so let me go ahead and slice these up. That's what the plant looks like, okay, when you're all done. Actually, I thought I was recording and I don't know what happened. It just stopped. I guess the phone ring and it just cut off. But yeah, but anyway, that's the plant right there, okay. Alright, so let me go ahead and do the veggies. And by the time I'm done with the veggies, the stew peas, I'm going to check that, see where that's at. And then we should be done for the table. Alright, you guys, so something that I wanted to share with you guys, okay? Some things that I do as far as veggies are concerned. Now, I will eat my veggies any kind of way, but as far as my husband is concerned, he doesn't really like vegetables that much, but I do have my tricks that I do to have him eat vegetables. Because you have to have vegetables, especially when you get older like me, you need veggies in the body, okay? Alright, so I'm going to show you what I do to give my vegetables some kind of flavor so I can eat it, right? Alright, so I have a cucumber here. I'm not going to use all of it. I'm just going to use a half of it for the next time. I have 1 tomato here. I have some Raymond lettuce. I love Raymond lettuce. Like, this is my ever favorite Raymond lettuce. I just love it. I just be eating them like that. It's so good, so good. All right, so Raymond lettuce, cucumber, that's already been washed, as you could see, and then have honey. Okay, this is a trick. And then I'm gonna put some chopped chives. If you don't have chives, use parsley, oregano, you know, something like that. And then I'm gonna flavor it up. So not only am I giving them a little bit of seasoning, but I'm also giving them a little bit of sweet. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I love to add grapeseed oil to my vegetables. Now, if I don't use grapeseed oil, I use sunflower seed oil or sesame seed oil or something like that when I'm doing veggies like this. So here's what I do to trick him, okay? So he will eat his vegetables, y'all. Because you have to eat your vegetables, right? All right, so I go ahead and take this part off because this part is a little bitter. And I don't want him to not eat his vegetable because it's bitter. So I go ahead and I dice up my Raymond lettuce. Now, if you guys have any other lettuce that you like, feel free to use that. But for me, I just love me some Raymond lettuce. Like, literally love it. Bad. If you go into Aldi's or any supermarket where there's vegetables like this, just check out Raymond lettuce. I'm standing right here, okay? I'm literally standing right there. All right, so I don't dice it up too fine because I don't want it to disappear too much. But yeah, but at least like that, right? All right, so go ahead and just put that in my container. And this bowl is from Rose's. I did buy a set of, I think it was 3 or something. That's from Rose's. Very affordable. And you know how I feel about cleaning up as you cook. Alright, so next I'm going to add the tomato. And I always take this part out. Don't ask me why. Alright, so I just cut up the tomato and put it in there. He loves tomatoes. So that's a good thing. He'll eat the tomato. So I go ahead and add the tomato to it. Alright, but as far as cucumber, he don't like cucumber. Now, as far as the cucumber is concerned, I'm not going to take the skin off because the skin, honey, is what you need to be eating, okay? But I'm going to take off the tail piece. What I am going to do though, I'm going to take a fork and just kind of do this to the skin. Okay, just like so, with a fork. And then I'm going to do it like this. Okay. And then I'm going to slice it up. Okay. So after I slice it up like so, then I go ahead and give it a good chop once again, just to make it smaller. Because guess what? If I don't, then he's going to see all that chunk. He's going to see all that chunk of the cucumber. And then he's going to be like, oh, I don't want that. So when I do it this way, it will pretty much disappear. Okay? Alrighty. You don't have to be all minced out, but just kind of dice it up as much as you possibly can. Okay, that's good. One more time. Perfect. And then I dunk it in here, honey. Gotta have husband eat his vegetables, okay? Can't be calling the doctor in here, okay? Unless it's Dr. Juliana. Now, after I've had all my vegetables in, now it's time to give it the flavor so it will eat it, right? So, to that, we are going to add the chives. Okay. You could buy a fresh one. This is almost done, so let's go ahead and finish that up. I need to go. I did go grocery shopping, but I need to get another one. All right, so I'm going to add some seasoning. I'm going to add the Perfect seasoning here by Goya. I like it because it's not salty, okay? So just a little bit, all right? So that way it doesn't taste that cucumber, okay? It's going to be in there, but you won't know. All right, then I'm going to add the grapeseed oil to it. I'm going to make sure that I measure so that way I don't put too much. All right, so that's like a half teaspoon and another half. We'll do that first. If I feel like I need some more, I'll add some more. Okay, and then we want to add the honey, baby, the honey. Okay, all right, so we're going to be adding the honey to it, okay? Ooh, sucky, mama. Oops, there you go. All right, so now all I have to do is toss everything around like so. There you go. There you go, baby. That is it. That is how you have your husband eat the vegetables, okay? Just season them, baby, up and put a little bit of honey on there. And trust me, he'll eat it this way. He's going to eat it this way. Best believe that. I think I need to add a little bit more of the oil in there. I'm going to add some more of the grapeseed oil. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, grapeseed oil. And then I'm going to taste it up for sure and see if it needs any more honey. Okay, we're going to taste this, baby, okay? We're going to taste it because it has to be perfect. It definitely has to be perfect. All right, let's taste this up. Let's see. Let's see what we're working with, okay? Oh, yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just drizzle just a little bit of salt on it. A little bit. Like this much. Boom. Boom. I did that in my mouth. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that, y'all. Get a clean fork. And just mix that salt in. And that is it. This is done. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. That is looking good, okay? That is looking good. That's some good veggies right there, okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and cover this up. All right, because this is done. Clean as you go. Put these away. And now we're going to check on our meat, on our stew. Okay, y'all, it's time to check on the stew, baby. Yes, honey, baby. We checking on the stew, y'all. Let's see what we got. Ooh, yes, y'all. This is done. Oh, my goodness, y'all. Talk about some good stew peas and rice here. Look at that. Oh, my goodness, y'all. Look at this. Now that is some good, look at the pepper. That's the pepper right here. This pepper is still holding. It didn't pop or nothing. Wow, look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that gravy. Look at that stew. Ooh, mama. Look at that, y'all. Stew peas and rice. Now that is what you call Jamaican stew peas and rice. Look at that. Look at that. Call the sheriff, honey. Call the sheriff because Juliana is under arrest, boo. Okay, period. Look at that. Look at the pigtail. Look at the pig. Look. Ooh. That piece is yours, y'all. Look at that. Take it from the side. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all, let me turn this fire off because we're done here, okay? Let's turn this baby off because this 2 peas is finished. It is finished. Look at that peas. Look at that peas. Look at that. Nice and tender and everything came together amazing. I didn't have to add any more salt or nothing to this 2 peas, baby. Because, that's done. So, what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to go ahead and put this baby on a plate because we are done here. All done, y'all. We are done. Stew peas on rice. Okay. Look at that steam. Steaming. Stew peas and rice with plantain over there. Alright, my darling, so we are done with this recipe, today's video, okay? And I do hope that you did enjoy this one as much as I, Juliana, enjoyed bringing it on to you. Now though, as a friendly reminder, you may have forgotten to give the video a thumbs up. On your way in, Uno's still there. Uno's still there. So go ahead, show your love and support simply by giving the video a thumbs up on your way out to show me that you appreciate this content, okay? More of them recipes are for come. Trust me, I'm going to tell you. But most of all, always remember to walk good. Take care of yourself. Bye, guys. Later.